Hello there, welcome to a Starfield ship review video. In today's video we're going to be looking at the Orca by Tayo Astroneering. As you can see, it has the telltale signs of a Tayo vessel, very pontoony, looks like it would float well. I mentioned this in another video that some of the Tayo vessels are very reminiscent of a type of vessel in another sci-fi space game called Elite Dangerous. There's a manufacturer that makes luxury, kind of like cruise liner slash like transport vessels, called the Orca, the Dolphin, and the Beluga. And I don't know if it was intentional or a little nod, but the fact that after looking, there is 3 vessels in the Tayo fleet called the Orca, the Dolphin, and the Beluga. So yeah, it's nice little. I don't know if it's a nod, but like I do see the similarities between them. Anyway, looking at the ship stats: 560 fuel, 900 hull, very good hull. 2.1k cargo, which is very good cargo for what it is. It's got a C-class reactor, 20 power. That's quite lower on the reactor wise. Very low for a C-class reactor. Crew of 6, 26 light year jump range, which is really good. 705 shield, extremely good shield. I'm assuming this is, just looking at it, I think this is meant to be a combat vessel with shields and hull that high. It's got laser weapons, ballistic, and missiles, 26, 43, 156. So it's got some pretty decent weaponry. As you can see on top, it's got those 2 lasers on each pontoon. It's got the missile pod on the front, and then on the side it has, I believe that's an autocannon. So it cost me around 180k, I believe, 190, which for a C-class isn't actually that expensive. That's probably one of the cheaper C-classes. If you stick around to the end of the video, I'll show you where you can get it. But yeah, let's take a look at it. So as you can see, very big, imposing vessel. It definitely lives up to the name. We're going to just quickly get a little overview. As you can see, there's one of the cannons there on the side. It's got these 4 large... Tayos seem to love using those engines at the back. This one has 4 of them, so it's more than enough capabilities. And then as we can see, it's got a load of lifting landing gear. It's got 2, 6, 7 lifting gear. Or landing gear, but landing gear also doubles as lifting gear. So we're gonna enter through the back, which is unusual way. Most enters are through the front, but yeah, we got a Tayo entryway with a door. Always love the Tayo, just because it's nice to have a door. So immediately we are greeted with a research station, another Tayo research station, a lab, science lab, which is always nice to have. Like I said, Tayo vessels, the aesthetic inside makes me think that they're very research kind of heavy, which is kind of interesting because, like, looking at the stats of this vehicle and some of the other ones, it's clearly going to be quite good at combat. I don't know if you have a combat research vessel, but anyway, up the ladder and we have a living quarters. We've got 2 double bunks there. Got a fridge, anything nice in the fridge, a lot of food. You know, you got some orange juice, you know, keeping your vitamin C. And then we have a little bit of a chill area here. We've got a door immediately left as we enter that leads to an infirmary, which is nice to have. They're kind of rare on ships, so it's nice to have an area where your crew can recover, or more likely you can recover when you accidentally catch frostbite for the 6th time trying to play the main story. So yeah, so if we, let me just close that fridge, that bothers me. If we come through back to the living quarters and then the door on the right here, we are greeted with, I think this is a mess hall, or no, it's another living quarters. It's a different style of living quarters. This is more kind of relaxed. We've got the double bunk there, got a boxing bag, got a little kitchen, and we've got a ladder going up, I believe. We'll check that in 1 minute. Through this door here, we have a computer core room where you can basically keep control of your servers, you know, remember all your navigation data so you don't get lost out in the void. So we're going to head up this way. And it seems like, yeah, it seems like the ship is kind of compartmentalized. So if we take this ladder here, it leads to a control room where your crew can do all their calculations and plot the courses. If we drop back down here and we head the way we came, we have a couple of other rooms. So this one through the infirmary. Up here, and we have a workstation. Okay, so it's nice seeing workstations on ships. You got all your necessary stuff: weapon workbench, industrial workbench, spacesuit, docking port up here on the port side of the ship, which is nice. If we drop back down here and we just check the other ladder on the other side, I believe it was over here. Yeah, perfect. And then up this ladder here, we've got, I believe this is the captain's quarters. Yeah, it is the captain. You're not the captain, Andromeda. What are you doing here?
Sorry.
This is the captain's quarters. It's got a nice, comfy bed. Got some pictures there, some teddy bears. We got a little ensuite, some chairs, and then some storage. So yeah, if we head back down, this, like I said, ship is kind of compartmentalized, different sections, so you can't just walk from one to the other. You got to use these ladders. And then back up through the computer control room, we have the bridge. So it's the, excuse me, it's the typical Tayo bridge. We've got nice vision, very luxurious interior, the white. We got the pilot seat, and then we got 2 seats for our crew. Sadly, there's no computer terminals near them, so they just kind of have to sit there and watch you do your magic. We're going to hop in and get a quick view of the exterior, and then we're going to take it to orbit. So again, just looking at it, it has that kind of the Tayo design. Tayo like to make their ships very pontoony. Looks like they would have a lot of buoyancy. And then they also like to use these kind of engines, nacelles on the back. They're like kind of self-contained engines as opposed to being connected to the main vessel. So we're going to take us off.
We have liftoff. It's a beautiful day to be alive.
So it'll be interesting to see how the power pips work in this. It is quite a low C class.
We're locking into orbit now.
Okay, so yeah, so as we can see, oh my dear lord. Okay, so this thing has engines to, yes. So we can fully pump engine, and then we have just enough for one on each side. This is just going to test it. So weapon-wise, we've got lasers there, ballistic, and then we've got missiles that are taking their time to recharge. So it's got a base max speed of 160. It's got a boost speed of 600, which is quite decent. We'll do a quick pitch test. For a C class, this pitch is very fast, which is attributed to the fact that it has huge engines. The yaw isn't as fast, but it's a long vessel, so it makes sense. And then we've got the roll. Roll isn't too bad. So yeah, I mean, look, it's got a lot of engines just going by the power, decent shields. Weapons aren't too bad. So it's pretty agile, given the size of the engines. So I'm going to really quickly show you where I found this. So here we are in the Tayo Astroneering showroom. To find this location, it's on Neon in the Ryujian Tower area. So you fast travel to Neon, and then once you spawn in one side of Neon's like core area, you will find the Aurora Lounge. The other side is the Ryujian. You go through the Ryujian building, take the elevator up, and I believe it's on the 3rd floor, but it will say Tayo Astroneering. And then you come to this woman here, Veronica, and then you talk to her. I'd like to view your ships, please, ma'am. Nice blue hair.
You won't.
And then here it is here, the Orca, 2 million, or 2 million, sorry, 200k, which isn't a bad price for a C-class ship. That's kind of on the lower end. A lot of C-class ships sit around 350 to about 3 to 350 usually. So 200 isn't bad. You probably will have to play a little bit more because if you don't have the max barter perks. But yeah, that was the Orca review. Thanks for watching, guys.